found what I was looking for. It was the locket Magnus gave me. I never had the chance to give it back to him, so I buried it in the depths of my cabinet instead. I never wanted to see this thing again, because it wasn't fair for both Jake and Magnus. But I know that there is something wrong going on, and there is only one person who can give me an answer. I took a big breath and composed myself. Then, without hesitation, I pressed the locket. I held my breath, preparing myself for the moment I'd never thought would ever come. Seeing Magnus again. Every second seems like forever. My heart beats faster and louder in each second that's passing by, as every beat pulsates Magnus's image in my mind. And then... Magnus? I looked down at the locket, staring at it for a moment, while still feeling reluctant. After another deep breath, I pressed it again, harder this time as I closed my eyes. Still nothing. Frustratingly, I pressed it again and again and again. And finally, I stopped and opened my eyes. It seems like the pendant has lost its magic. I stared in shock. Could it be that Magnus has already severed his connection to this locket? Realization started to sink in, and the glimmer of hope in my heart faded. I hugged the pendant close to my chest as tears fell down from my eyes. Is there really nothing that can be done? Suddenly, Jake's image flashes through my mind. He's smiling and looking at me with his ever-comforting eyes.
Don't worry so much, babe. Everything's gonna be all right.
Suddenly, I felt fire rising from my heart. A fighter has risen from the inside. I wiped my tears and stood up. Then, I went straight to my closet, grabbed a coat and a hat, and finally, I grabbed my car keys on my way out. It was still the middle of the night when I drove my way towards Magnus's mansion at full speed. The trees turned into a ghostly blur as I sped through the forest path. I've never driven my car at this speed, but I feel like it still wasn't fast enough. A rumbling sound broke my focus on driving. Then, I felt my car's speed decrease until it finally stopped moving. Confused, I pressed the accelerator, but nothing happened. Then my eyes went to the gauge, and I groaned. Oh, come on! I was in so much of a hurry, I forgot to stop by a gas station. Are you kidding me? I opened my car door, stepped outside, and kicked the front wheel. The sound of the evening forest suddenly filled my ears. I raised my phone and turned on the flashlight. Then, without hesitation, I started walking in the middle of the road. I didn't know how long I had been walking, but when the rush of adrenaline faded, it started to dawn